Hi, I'm Jenny with Kitchen Spokane, and welcome to Uncle Dan's Kitchen. Today we are doing tequila chocolate dirt devils. Oh yeah, you guys are really gonna like these, especially, you know, this is more of an adult dessert rather than for children because of the tequila, okay? Just warning you. Alrighty, so let's get started here, shall we? I have some dark chocolate. You can use semi-sweet chocolate if you like. I prefer to use the dark chocolate with this. So we're gonna melt up about 12 ounces of dark chocolate. And to that, we're gonna add tequila. Of course, not all of this tequila. And we're gonna be using Uncle Dan's Chipotle seasoning to put in the chocolate. It's gonna give it that nice kick that goes so well with chocolate. Alrighty, so let's get started over here. I have a small saucepan right here, and I'm gonna put in my chocolate. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move that over. And keep an eye on this. Usually you're supposed to do this in a double boiler, which means you have a pot with water on it, and then you have another pot sitting on top of it, so the water is just barely touching the bottom of it. That way it keeps your chocolate from burning. So make sure you keep a good eye on this. And since my bags were only 10 ounces each, I have to add about another 2 ounces. Okay, this is so my chocolate won't scorch. Okay, there we go. So as you notice, it doesn't take long for this to start melting. And before I add anything else, I want to get this chocolate at least halfway melted. So, and it's going pretty fast here. Keep an eye, just kind of push it around. Now, if you want your dark chocolate to be a little sweeter, you can add some powdered sugar into here. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of butter in here. I like butter because it adds that nice creamy texture and gives the chocolate a really beautiful color. Kind of like this silkiness it brings to it. I'm just going to put this right in there, just like that. So there, I've added the butter, and we're just letting that melt up here. So in the meantime, I'm going to grab myself a bowl here, throw this in. What do you think? Should we do 2 bags? I think so. All right. Oh, that's coming along very nicely. Now, I'm going to start adding some tequila. You add about 1/4 cup. I don't put it in all at one time because I want to make sure that I incorporate it in and that I don't have like just pockets of the tequila in there. And here we go. We stir it around. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more. And now I'm just going to let that sit on the top here, and I'm going to grab my Uncle Dan's Chipotle seasoning mix. And you got to make sure that this is kind of broken up. So you have to make sure that you kind of smush the little packet here. Kind of get those big chunks out of there. Okay. And don't dump this in all at once because the chocolate might seize up on you. And seizing up just means it's just going to get hard again. So you want to make sure you just incorporate a small amount at a time while this chocolate keeps on melting. And if you find out that your chocolate does seize up on you, you can always add more butter and more tequila or some half and half. I think I'll add probably more tequila. I don't think anybody would mind, huh? Alrighty, so there you go. If you kind of noticed when I was stirring it, it was kind of seizing up on me a little bit there. So I'm getting all that chocolate out of there. It's melting up nicely. You got to make sure that you break down all that seasoning that you put in because you don't want that to come out in clumps on your when you pour it on top of your pretzels. There we go. Now we're getting it. And let's see here. I need it more liquid. So, oh, more tequila. Wow. That's okay. But you know, the alcohol does cook out of this. So, okay. We're almost there. Wanted to get that nice silky texture to it. And that's when it's completely melted. So remember, If it seizes up on you, just add more tequila. That's all it takes. All right. So now we're going to take our chocolate, go over. So now we take our chocolate and we're going to drizzle it over our little pretzel peanut butter sandwiches here. And toss this around. Looks like an ooey gooey mess, doesn't it? But boy, these are going to taste really, really good. I think you're going to enjoy them. There we have it. Toss this around. And you can put this on wax paper to let it cool down. But I have one of these mats here that work really well for non-stick. It's a baking mat. So then you want these to cool down. Just kind of spread them out on there. And then what you do is you hit them up with powdered sugar. You can be generous with the powdered sugar. At least a couple of tablespoons on there because you have your dark chocolate, which is not as sweet as your semi-sweet chocolate. So, and then last but not least, a little bit of cocoa powder. More chocolate, more chocolate. And there we have it. Tequila chocolate dirt devils made with Uncle Dan's Chipotle seasoning. Enjoy.